Nested modules. A nested module is a child module called from inside another child module, not directly from the root. Terraform still evaluates all module blocks as part of one dependency graph, but each module boundary limits what can be seen unless values are passed in or exposed through outputs. That causes nested modules to behave like internal components with explicit interfaces instead of shared global configuration. A nested module cannot read a sibling or parent module's local values unless the parent passes them in. Terraform variables define the input contract, and outputs define the return contract. That mechanism prevents hidden coupling because the parent must deliberately relay values across boundaries. Beginners often think nesting creates automatic visibility. It does not. Nesting only changes structure, not scope. Nested modules are useful when one public module needs internal building blocks that advanced users may optionally consume later. HashiCorp's module structure guidance treats nested modules under modules as reusable subcomponents, and a nested module without a README is generally treated as internal by convention rather than by enforcement. That mechanism is organizational, not security isolation. Terraform will still allow direct use if someone points a source address at that path. Provider configurations can flow from the root into child modules by inheritance, but child modules do not inherit provider source or version requirements. That causes a common failure mode in nested designs. The code appears structurally correct, but the child module has an incomplete provider contract. The safe pattern is to keep provider configuration in the root, declare provider requirements in every module that needs them, and pass alias explicitly when a nested module must target a non-default provider instance. On a submarine, a compartment boundary only works if every cable, pipe, and valve crossing that boundary is documented and intentional. An undocumented cross-connection defeats the boundary during casualty response. Nested modules fail the same way. A hidden provider assumption looks harmless until a region, account, or alias changes, and then the wrong infrastructure is planned from the wrong trust boundary. If a nested module produces a value that the root needs, the intermediate module must re-export it. Terraform does not automatically bubble outputs upward through multiple module layers. That mechanism forces each module author to decide which values are part of the stable external interface and which remain internal implementation details. The outcome is tighter control over API surface and smaller blast radius during refactors.